It was on this day, February 15th, 1798, and to show that nothing new happens, the first official fisticuffs happened in Congress. Now, the players here were Roger Griswold from Connecticut and Matthew Lyon from Vermont. Lyon had gotten up on the floors of Congress and accused Griswold of being in Congress for personal gain. Now, there's a surprise. Griswold, being a good guy, came back at Lyon, and he said that Lyon, even though he had been in the Revolutionary War, was a coward. He shouldn't even be allowed in Congress. Well, later a vote was taken, a motion on the floor, to expel Lyon, and it did not pass because it required a two-thirds majority, and as I'm sure surprised you, the vote was strictly down party lines. So, Griswold did the only gentleman thing you can do in a situation like this. He walked over to Lyon's desk with his cane and began to beat him over the head and shoulders. The account says he beat him all the way down to the ground. Lyon was able to get back up, push Griswold back, and he grabbed a tongs from the fireplace, and then he began to beat Griswold all the way down. Finally, some cooler heads came in, pulled them apart, and so there we go. Which brings us to Saturday night's Republican debate. Thank goodness no one was watching that except for a few losers like myself had nothing better to do. It was vicious. There were no actual, fists thrown, but the verbal shots were just terrible. And here's what I learned. Donald Trump is in the camp with Michael Moore and extreme liberals concerning George W. Bush. Actually blames Bush for 9/11 and said that he's a bald-faced liar, because he knew there was no WMD in Iraq before he went in. Got to tell you, I would do the gentleman thing if I could, take my cane and beat Trump down over that comment. And then if you haven't heard, Anthony Scalia died this weekend. He was a Supreme Court justice, a conservative. I give kudos to President Obama because he, when he heard about it, went on national television and just gave the most eloquent, beautiful, words about Scalia. And they were political enemies. But he talked about his greatness, and it was just a wonderful thing to see. On the other hand, the Republican head of the Senate, Mitch McConnell, before Scalia's body was dead, he was out there saying there is no nominee that we will even talk about that President Obama, will nominate. Whew, it's no wonder nothing gets done. So again, McConnell, if I could, you deserve a beat down with the cane. So with all of that in honor of President's Day, I urge you, go out and cane someone deserving.